Welcome, welcome everyone to the Daily News Rock Show on Rockers Edge Radio and Chaotic Radio as well. Today we have a little special Christmas talk with Mr. Nicholas Emilio, founder of Icarus Landing. And today he's going to share with us a special Christmas cover that he's been doing and just recently had out and is promoting everywhere. But before we get into that, I just wanted to get into a little bit of background. We did speak with him not that long ago. We had a little interview with him where we were able to get some background information. But since today we're talking, new information, can you kind of like tell us what you have going on? Well, first off, hello, thank you for being on, and tell us how's it going and what you got going on.
Yeah, for sure. Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me on your show. We had a great time last time, so thought it'd be fun to come back and do kind of a touch base. But yeah, in October I released the Kitchenware and Candy Bars cover, the STP cover, and that video has been received really, really well. Great feedback from friends, fans, critics alike, and I think that's around 14,000 views in like a month or something. It's not bad. And
That's
then
great.
what's that?
I said, no, that's great
Yeah,
for
pretty
such a short
pretty
time
pretty
frame.
good. We're doing it all organically, grassroots and stuff like that. And sorry, I don't know what's going on with my voice here. But yeah, and we also got like some press, which helped. We did like 5 or 6 interviews, including your show. But anyways, as I mentioned on your the last time I was here, I wanted to do like my favorite Christmas song. I've always wanted to do it, and it's the right time of year to do it. And so basically, I don't know, do you want me to talk about what song I picked and why now, or it's up to you?
Yeah, no, tell us about it. I mean, I love it. I've been listening to it. I've already turned it in for random rotation play on Rockers Edge Radio. So we've already got it out. I can't say exactly what times they play because it's in random rotation. But yeah, I love it. So yeah, please tell everybody about it. I think they'll like it so much.
So basically, my favorite Christmas song I think of all time is the John Lennon and Yoko Ono "Happy Xmas" song, and it takes me back to being a kid. It kind of has a bittersweet, melancholy vibe, but also it's hopeful too, right? And I'm a very driven, ambitious guy. So like at the end of the year, if I've met my goals and done well for myself, then usually I'm in a pretty good mood. If I squandered my year, wasted my time, and just kind of like dicked around, then I'm going to be really sad. And so I had both of those kinds of years over the time, right? And when this song comes in December, it's kind of like really solemn and really poignant and kind of like puts a capstone on the season. So to me, it really brings in the Christmas spirit. So I've always wanted to do the song. I wanted to have something to bridge the gap between the last single, which was the STP cover, and my new stuff, which is coming out in February of next year. So the cover kind of supports like all those points, right? Like it's a nice thing to release for the holidays. It's a good musical experience as well. It's a bit challenging to do it well, and I think we accomplished that. And then also it just gives the people something to listen to because in the modern era of social media and stuff, you basically have to stay like ever present in people's minds and hearts and stuff, right? So I didn't want to go from October to February with like nothing released. So that was one of the motivations. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty decent. We'll listen to it later, I think. And, just like with the last cover, we want to put a little bit of a fresh modern spin on it. So it's kind of like alternative rock, but still pretty true to the original in terms of the vocals and stuff. And my buddy Tom Chandler produced this one with me, as he did with the last STP cover. And, also I would say our relationship is growing every time we do a project together. So really positive on that partnership as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been listening to it. I love it. I love the cover. And I like that song because I mean, that's a really great song to pick because that's something that resonates with people. Everybody knows John Lennon's, Happy Xmas. Everybody knows this song. And it makes you happy. It does when you're listening to it. I'm listening to it like over and over just to listen to it, and I find myself dancing and swaying the whole time as I'm listening and trying to do other stuff, but I've got it playing in the background, but I'm still swaying and dancing like that. And then my daughter was listening to in the background. I turned to her and she's kind of doing the same thing as she's watching TV. She's, looking and swaying because she can hear the music in the background. Well, I've got it. So I mean, it's just something that automatically, like I said, resonates with people and it makes you happy.
Yeah.
It really does. It's a
It's a
beautiful
feel good
song.
song, but it also kind of like lets you do some reflecting too. So I love that dichotomy of both being like a happy, fun song, but also kind of like inspiring you to think about, what you've accomplished and what you want to do next year, and trying to encourage you to give back to your community, to give love to the people around you. So it really hits on so many levels. And I mean, you can't beat John Lennon anyways, right? Like, I mean, he's a master songwriter, and there will never be another. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt to start from such an amazing composition, and then try to build on that.
How long did it take you to learn this and to put your little own little take on it? How long did it take you to do this?
To learn the basic structure and the chords and stuff doesn't take long at all, because I've been doing that a long time. So I would say, like, I don't know, an hour or a couple hours maybe, to like just jam through it a bunch, right? And then like vocally, I sang it a bunch, just trying to see if it was the right range, the right tone, all of that. So maybe a few hours of prep, but then in terms of the studio work, I would say maybe like 3 days of tracking and 2 days of mixing. So maybe, just roughly speaking, like about a week. Also, again, big kudos to my producer engineer Tom. I mean, he put in a ton of work, and he owned the mix as well. So couldn't have done it without him. But yeah, like roughly a week to do it all. And then also we shot a video, which I haven't actually showed you yet, but I can share that with you as well. We
Okay,
really
great.
wanted to lead with promoting this on Spotify, Apple Music, etc. The video is mostly just a performance-based video, just to have it on YouTube. But I think it turned out cool. And so, if you don't mind, I want to give a shout out to Diana Puzakova, who filmed and edited the video, and she also did some of my last video. Really talented individual, and just makes projects very easy. And then also Tom Hazart, which you know him. That's how you and I got introduced, and he's been helping me with sort of like the strategy and the promotion of all the stuff I'm releasing, which is really great. And then there's one other person I wanted to shout out here, but all of a sudden it's escaping me. Maybe it'll come back to me later.
By the end,
Yeah,
at the end of the interview, it'll probably jog in your memory. But
yeah,
yes, I mean, the song is beautiful. Like I said, I've been listening to it, and of course, you want to make sure you do it justice. And ladies and gentlemen, they definitely do John Lennon does justice with this song. It's
oh, thank
absolutely
you.
beautiful. And of course, you want to get that out, like you said, in between your work projects. And this is such a great song to put out, and it's a perfect time, like you said, it's Christmas time, and people are looking for that inspiration, and community is important. The words in that song, about giving back, and just that for that humanity, this is the right time for people to start feeling, that stir of humanity and wanting to be out there and do good for each other. So, and it's just something about Christmas that really does lift a lot of people's spirits to help out in that manner. And then sometimes there's also a lot of times about holidays that actually can bring people down,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
really for them make it really hard, which I think in turn it's kind of that yin and the yang, because then you got people who want to go out and help, and there are people who need that help during this time. So if it can bring people together, I mean, then that's perfect. And that's kind of what music does. It's that universal language that does help bring people together. So we've been talking about it so much. How about we go ahead and play it for everybody now, because it's such a great song and I really want you all to listen to it. So once again, if you're just tuning in, we are doing just a quick little update interview with Nicholas Emilio, founder of Icarus Landing. His cover for John Lennon, Happy Christmas or Happy Xmas, is something that has been recently released, on Spotify, all platforms, you can reach them. And we are playing it in rotation on Rockers Edge Radio, but we wanted to make sure to feature it on a quick little show so that people definitely get to hear it no matter what, and they can just click on it and hear it at their will. So we're going to go ahead and play that for you right now. And how about you do like we did last time, just give a quick little introduction and we'll start it.
All right, folks at home, this is my brand new release, John Lennon's Happy Xmas, as covered by yours truly, Nicholas Emilio. Happy holidays and enjoy.
So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, and a new one just begun. And so this is Christmas. I hope you have fun. strong for rich and the poor ones. The war is so long, and so happy Christmas for black and for white, for yellow and red ones. Let's stop all the fight. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. And so this is Christmas, and what have we done? Another year over, and a new one just begun. And so happy Christmas. We hope you had fun. The near and the dear ones, the old and the young. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear.
Yay, I just love that. I love that. I love that. It just makes me feel so good. Once again, we just heard Happy Xmas, John Lennon, but the cover is by Nicholas Emilio, brand new Christmas cover out for everyone to enjoy. You can find him on all kinds of platforms, Spotify, YouTube, wherever music is sold online, he's got his music up. And again, you said you had a video up for it. Now, is the video already out, or is this about to come out?
We actually released it today, so
Oh.
it's hot off the presses, like just an hour or so ago. So I'll share that with you as well. And actually, that reminds me, that's the other shout out I wanted to do. So we just did like an in studio video at Palomino Sound, which is in like Los Angeles near downtown. Amazing vintage analog studio, but it also has all the modern digital stuff. And the guy's name is Jay Soda, who's the owner and the proprietor, and he let us use his studio to capture some of the tracks here, and then we also shot the video there, and I'm in love with it. So it's not an official plug, but like if you need like some serious recording going down, this is a place to go. And it's also just a beautiful facility. They have Herb Alpert's original API console there from A&M Records, so it's like one of the most legendary mixing consoles kind of anywhere in music, and it just lights up the room naturally. So anyways, that was a big part of this project too. I just wanted to call that out.
No, oh no, I'm glad you remembered too that to give that last shout out, because I know that was going to probably bother you later, right?
Probably, yeah.
Because that would do that with me, yeah. So, but oh, it was just fantastic. I love this. Again, we just heard, Happy Christmas, such a beautiful song, and everything about it was absolutely beautiful. And again, you do have some new stuff that's going to be coming out in February, kind of like, maybe touch base on that really fast, and then you let people know also where they can find you, where they can follow you, and just a little bit more about the projects that you have coming out.
Yeah. So, I mean, I spent most of my musical career doing bands, and bands are just naturally really hard to manage and keep together. And, there's different personalities, different motivations, whatever. So basically what I'm focused on now is doing a solo career, so to speak. And I've released 3 songs, 1 original and 2 covers, but that's just like kind of the prep work. So we have about 35 original songs that are in some state of production, and we're going to be releasing the first original single in February of next year, along with a video. So a lot of cool stuff happening there. And then if all goes well, we'll start doing some pretty big shows towards the middle and end of next year. And one other thing that's occurring to me is I am playing a gig January 21st at the Universal Bar and Grill.
Oh,
It's going to be a kind of a hybrid. I'm going to do some Icarus Landing songs and some of my solo songs. And I'm also going to be opening for Venray. You might know them, Stephen Perez and those guys. So it's his birthday party, and he's got a really big gig planned, and they asked me to open up for them, which is very cool. So we'll have
oh, that's in Hollywood, correct? Here in downtown LA,
North Hollywood.
North
Yeah.
Hollywood. Okay.
So that's the first like live rock gig in a while since pandemic and stuff. So, but then after that, just trying to push the solo stuff and hopefully getting on some festivals next year. That's my goal. So we'll see. But support from folks like you really helps getting the word out, finding new fans, and just creating sort of some waves in the community, which is really super cool. Yeah, by the way, a music nerd fact I want to share with you. So you said, you've been dancing to the song, your daughter's swaying to the song. I mean, there's a reason for that, right? Because the song is actually in 12/8 time signature, which is like a waltz time signature. So dot, 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 right? It's kind of like 3/4, but actually slightly more complex, I guess you could say. And so, yeah, naturally it makes you want to kind of like ebb and flow and weave back and forth. And
I can see that.
I feel like that really goes with the Christmas vibe too. Or maybe just because I've been listening to this song at Christmas my whole life. But to me, they're married. This song and Christmas are like, peas and carrots, so to speak. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
No, I agree with that. I agree. Like I said, as soon as I heard it, and I was just like, oh, I just love this song. I love it because it makes you think of Christmas. It makes you think of happiness. It makes you, I mean, for me, it makes me happy. It cheers me up and it brings up my spirit, because I am one of those people, like many in the community, that use music to get through life,
Yeah.
and that's all there is to it. And music isn't everything. Music is in commercials. Music is when you're walking by the store. It doesn't matter. Music is in every little thing. I couldn't even imagine the world without music.
Yeah,
you know
100%.
there'd be no radio, just be all talk. The music, the movies, everything. Music really just enhances so much, but it also enhances people's moods just as much, and it touches people in that manner. So I was really happy to be able to feature that for you, because that is one of the reasons for the show and for Rockers Edge Radio, to be able to feature new music, whether it's established artists, upcoming artists. We have everybody from all walks of life sending in music. And, we just want to be able to help get that out for you, to feature it for you on the show. And it's just such a beautiful song. I think you're going to get a lot of reviews on this, a lot of hits as well. Like before, when we did the kitchenware and candy bars for your STP cover, we got really great responses about that on the interview as well, from the station. So people really do like, this type of music, and they look forward for it. So I'm very happy to be able to feature this for you. I'm glad that you reached out and wanted to have it played on our station. I'm grateful for that. So it makes my Christmas a little merrier too. So I'm very thankful. And I just wanted to thank everybody else also for tuning in once again to the Daily News Rock Show on Rockers Edge Radio. We are still featured as well on Chaotic Radio. We are sister stations, so the visuals always go up on the Chaotic Radio YouTube. But of course, these are ran on Rockers Edge Radio. And make sure just to send me the link for when you are playing the Universal Bar and Grill. Send me the link, and we will put up that information on the Daily News Show Rock Show Facebook page, so that people can just click on the links also there, and to get tickets, to come out and see you. And yeah, you'll see me in the audience too, because I can get there.
Awesome.
I can get. So yeah, thank you so much. Now, is there anybody we forgot or anything you want to maybe touch base on really fast, just in case?
I think we covered like most of the important stuff. I mean, at this point, I just want to thank you again and thank all the listeners. And I mean, at this point, it's all about spending some great time with family and friends and recharging for the new year. And yeah, I just wish everybody happy holidays. But yeah, I'm a lifer. I'm going to be doing music for life, and more releases are coming as soon as February. So stay tuned for that. Oh,
Awesome.
by the way, for social media stuff, you can find me pretty much everywhere, right? It's at Nicholas Emilio, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, etc., etc. But I think if I had to pick one, the Instagram is kind of hopping for me lately. I think I have, like maybe 14,000 followers. So please join me, please follow me, and you'll be able to keep up to date with all of my releases.
And don't forget, everyone, make sure to come back for more. And Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas, Nicholas. I hope you have a great holiday.
You too. Thank you so much. Cheers.